The gifts of the Spirit is such a powerful, necessary way of life in the church. It is something that is part of the believer's life. So in Dynamic Love Ministries, we believe in the gifts of the Spirit. We believe in the enablement of the Spirit. What I would like to say about that is very elementary and very simple. When we look at the gifts of the Spirit, it is not the goal. It is not what we chase after. So we are not chasing after the supernatural. We are not chasing after the miracles and signs and wonders, although we have an absolute warmth for it. When we think of the gifts of the Spirit, the word gifts there in the Afrikaans translation says genadegave, or actually the enablement of grace. So the gifts of the Spirit is the enablement that comes by the grace of God, or the Spirit of life, wherein we see signs, wonders, and miracles pointing to the eternal life that God has promised us. God has come and He has given us eternal life in Jesus Christ. The way we see eternal life is not just as going to heaven, but also eternal existence. Eternal existence inside the life of God, which is love and peace and joy and so forth. This eternal life that God has given us, I believe, is not just spiritual, but it is meant for the human as a whole, including his human body. So when we think of the gifts of the Spirit, it shows and points to God's ability to actually restore the human body to immortality. That is why we have things like healings, miracles, the raising of the dead, and so forth. It all points to God bringing back life to the human body and eternal life to us as humans. So we are absolutely for the gifts of the Spirit. We've got an expectation to see the gifts of the Spirit manifest on a daily basis as God confirms His word of eternal life and immortality through the first fruit, or the gifts of the Spirit, which is simply signs of what God has promised us in Jesus. I want to end off by saying this. It is not our focus, but it is absolutely welcome and part of the gospel.